Hello, this is Yogeshwar 7000 again, and I'm going to be discussing today a very interesting topic. And we have discussed about Kemdrum yoga as given by the great sage Parashara in our earlier videos. So, people who have not watched that, please go refer to that. But a very interesting topic has come up here while I was undergoing my research on Kemdrum yoga, and Sage Jaimini, who's the second generation to Sage Parashara, has also mentioned about Kemdrum yoga, but it's slightly different than what Sage Parashara has mentioned. Sage Parashara, in a nutshell, I'll just give it to you here just as a quick recap, that he mentioned that whenever moon is all by itself, not having any planets in the second or the 12th to it, then there is a Kemdrum yoga. That's as per Sage Parashara. And of course there are conditions, so if you want to know more about the conditions, go refer to that video of the Kemdrum yoga, which I have posted earlier, maybe a month or two ago. And a new Kemdrum yoga as described by Sage Jaimini is going to be discussed today here in this video, which is not what Sage Parashara has mentioned. And the Kemdrum yoga given by Sage Jaimini is that in case there are malefic planets in the 2nd and 8th from the lagna or the ascendant, then there is a Kemdrum yoga. And Kemdrum yoga, as you know, is a Daridra yoga, and Daridra means it's a nirdhan. Nirdhan means people who have this yoga live in extreme poverty. And of course there are conditions which can offset this Kemdrum yoga. So what I just told you about Parashara, that if the moon is all by itself and there are no planets either in the 2nd or 12th from it, excluding Rahu and Ketu, of course, is a Kemdrum yoga, but there are conditions which can offset it or cancel it rather. Similarly, there is this Kemdrum yoga given by Sage Jaimini, which says that it is a nirdhan or a daridra or a poverty yoga, so as to say, where malefics are placed in the 2nd and 8th from the ascendant, is also a poverty yoga. A Kemdrum yoga given by Sage Jaimini also had certain cancellation conditions where it gets cancelled, and we'll just get to that in a moment. But first condition is to have Kemdrum yoga given by Sage Jaimini is malefics should be placed in the 2nd and the 8th from it. Not from it, but from the ascendant. So if malefics are in the 2nd and 8th from the ascendant, that is Kemdrum yoga. Also, in case there is a benefic planet along with the malefic planet in one of these houses, which are the 2nd and the 8th houses, then the Kemdrum yoga, as per Sage Jaimini, gets cancelled. However, if there are equal number of benefic planets along with the malefic planets in the 2nd and 8th from it, then of course the Kemdrum yoga holds. So we have to be careful about that. Also, in case there are aspects by benefic planets on the 2nd or the 8th from the ascendant, then of course again Kemdrum yoga as given by Sage Jaimini gets cancelled. So Sage Jaimini gives a lot of importance to Arudha Lagna as well, as we know, as we have discussed in our earlier videos. So the Kemdrum yoga, first he's explained that look at the malefic planets which are placed in the 2nd and 8th from the ascendant, and also look at the Arudha Lagna. And in case malefic planets are placed in the 2nd and 8th from the Arudha Lagna as well, then also there is a Kemdrum yoga. And of course the cancellation conditions will apply the same as what we discussed when we look at the malefic planets in the 2nd and 8th from the ascendant, which says that cancellation can happen if there is a benefic planets at either one of these two houses, which are the 2nd or the 8th house, or in case there is an aspect of a benefic planets in either 2nd or the 8th house, so then it gets cancelled. But look at the Kemdrum yoga as given by Sage Jaimini from both the from both the Lagna, which is the ascendant, and as well as from the Arudha Lagna. And people who do not know about Arudha Lagna, I've put in a video earlier on what an Arudha Lagna is, how to calculate Arudha Lagna. This video is too short, so we cannot discuss that and make a recap of that in this video today, but there is a separate video on how to find the Arudha Lagna. Also, he has mentioned, Sage Jaimini has mentioned that one has to look at the Nirdhana Yoga or the Daridra Yoga from the Atma Karaka as well. So look at where Atma Karaka is placed in the D9 chart, which is the Navansha chart, which is the Karakamsha, and the Daridra Yoga or the Kemdrum Yoga can also be considered from that. But mainly he has said, look at it from the ascendant in the main Rashi chart, 2nd and the 8th houses, and look at it from the Arudha Lagna, 2nd and the 8th houses, and then you'll come to know whether the person has Nirdhana Yoga or the Daridra Yoga or the Pavadi Yoga, which is Kemdrum Yoga as described by Sage Jaimini. And please do not, once again I'm repeating, do not forget, in case there's a cancellation, there is no cancellation if there is a benefic planet along with the malefic planet in both the 2nd and the 8th houses. But in case there is a benefic planets in either one of the 2nd or the 8th houses, then there's a cancellation. Or if there is a benefic planets aspect on either the 2nd and the 8th house, also the cancellation does apply. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and in the meanwhile I will recommend subscribe to my channel and check out my website. There is a link below, and I will see you with an interesting topic very soon. Goodbye.